I'm back and Divine Grateful Risings. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to A Word in the Wilderness, Bible ClariTEA. Okay, we are on the book of Exodus this morning. Now, listen, y'all. I just opened up the word and listen. Daddy, you could have had prepared me. Y'all could have had prepared me before we can. Y'all know I be reading and listening to stuff, but I did not look to see what we was gonna be reading today. Okay, so we're in the book of Exodus now. Technically, we on chapter 21, but I feel like somebody finna have some assigned homework. Why? Because some of this stuff don't even much apply anymore. It does not apply to us. I'm just saying because we don't live in them times anymore. So we might be skipping past some of this part of 21, Exodus 21, and you might have to read this on your own time. Okay, sorry, but just saying, we don't even have slaves no more. I mean, kind of we do, when you ain't free, but you know what I'm talking about. So I hope y'all are having a fantastic start to your morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. Um, we finna see. So we gonna skip past some of this, but we gonna read some of it as well. Okay, fair treatment of slaves. Let's do a little recap. 133. Okay, so first of all, we just received the 10 Commandments. Okay, Moses is up on the mountain, Mount Sinai, right? God wanted the people them. He revealed himself at Mount Sinai to the people them. I will come to you in a thick cloud, Moses, so the people themselves can hear me when I speak with you. Then they will always trust you. But the people then they got scared. They were like, "No, don't let him talk. Don't let the Lord talk to us. Don't let God talk to us. You just talk to us." Um, he consecrated them for worship, washed their clothes, told them get ready for the third day, make sure they were abstaining. But God was so powerful, thunder roared and lightning flashed, and a dense cloud came down on the mountain. There was a loud blast from a ram's horn, and all the people trembled. Okay, so they were a little afraid, a lot afraid, and so they didn't want um, to go. Okay, so Moses spoke and God thundered his reply. The Lord came down on the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. So Moses climbed the mountain. Okay. He warned the people not to break the boundaries twice. And then but then he said, but the Lord said, go down and bring Aaron back up with you. In the meantime, do not let the priests or the people break through to approach. Okay. So then he got the 10 Commandments. Okay. Um, and this is in 20 Exodus 20, proper use of altars as well. Child, the next couple of chapters are literally just talking about different covenants, like different laws and instructions that the Lord was given. This feels like it's going to be the whole book of Leviticus, because this is a lot of Leviticus, and Numbers is a lot of just the laws, and Deuteronomy as well. A lot of the laws, OMG. So we gonna breeze past some of this. I'm just be honest with y'all. I meant that I was just saying, because we don't have slaves anymore. Y'all got homework. This is an assignment, okay? So you'll have to read fair treatment of slaves. We ain't even got slaves anymore, okay? If a man who is married a slave wife takes another child, we don't have them. Cases of personal injury, child. This protection of property, social responsibility. If a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged to anyone and has sex with her, he must pay the customary. Do they still pay bride prices somewhere? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Um, Anyone who has sexual relations with an animal, oh Lord, ain't that the word? Well, I was just breezing through some of this. Man, man's child, that's called bestiality, I believe. Child, ain't hopefully ain't nobody. Well, I know. You know what? I'm not gonna go on there. Okay, what else? You must not mistreat or oppress foreigners in any way. Remember, you yourselves were once foreigners in Egypt. Don't exploit a widow or an orphan. If you lend money to any of my people who are in need do not charge interest as a money lender would. If you take your neighbor's cloak as a security for a loan, you must return it before sunset. We wish, right? You must not dishonor God or curse any of your rulers. You must not hold anything back when you give me offerings from your crops and your wine. You must give me your firstborn sons. You must also give me the firstborn of your cattle, sheep, goats. But leave the newborn animals with his mother for 7 days, then give it to me on the eighth day. Okay, circumcision. You must be my holy people. Therefore, do not eat any animal that has been torn up and killed by wild animals. Throw it to the dogs. A call for justice. Don't pass along false rumors. You must not cooperate with evil people by lying on the witness stand. You must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you are called to testify, I'm in 23, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't even say that. My bad, my bad. Okay. I skipped over to Exodus 23. Um, Called to testify in a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist justice, and do not slant your testimony in favor of a person just because that person is poor. If you come upon your enemy's ox or donkey that strayed away, take it back. If you see the donkey or someone who hates you has collapsed under his load, do not walk by. Help. Okay. Don't walk by. Help people. Okay. That's the goal. Help people. In a lawsuit, you must not deny justice to the poor. Be sure to never charge anyone falsely with evil. Never sentence an innocent or blameless person to death, for I never declare a guilty person to be innocent. Take no bribes, for a bribe makes you ignore something that you clearly see. A bribe makes even a righteous person twist the truth. Okay, you must not oppress foreigners. You know what it is like to be a foreigner, for you yourselves were once foreigners in the land of Egypt. Plant and harvest your crops for 6 years, but let the land be renewed and lie uncultivated during the seventh year. Then let the poor among you harvest whatever grows on its own. Leave the rest for wild animals. The same applies to your vineyards and olive groves. You have 6 days each week, of course, for your ordinary work, but on the seventh day you must stop working. This gives your ox and your donkey a chance to rest. It also allows your slaves and the foreigners amongst you to be refreshed. So, resting on the Sabbath, we talked about that already. Pay close attention to all my instructions. You must not call on the name of any other gods. Do not even speak their names, okay? Look, 3 annual festivals: the festival of unleavened bread, where you're eating unleavened bread for 7 days, the festival of harvest, when you bring me the first crops of your harvest, and then the festival of the final harvest at the end of the harvest season, when you have harvested all the crops and from your fields. These 3 times each year, each man in Israel must appear before the sovereign Lord. You must not offer the blood of my sacrificial offerings together with any baked goods containing yeast. As you harvest your crops, bring the very best of the harvest to the house of the Lord your God. You must not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. I don't even know what that means. A promise of the Lord's presence. See, I am sending an angel before you to protect you on your journey and lead you safely to the place I have prepared for you. Pay close attention to him and obey his instructions. Do not rebel against him, for he is my representative. Okay, my representative. God sends angels a lot of times to talk to like different people at different times all throughout um the Bible. He's always sending angels. Y'all already know that's who I be talking to as we get these messages. We gonna get some messages. Child, my highlighters, I'm almost out of highlighters, child. They is almost all gone. Okay, I'm back. And he will not forgive your rebellion. But if you're careful to obey him, following all my instructions, then I will be an enemy to your enemies, and I will oppose those who oppose you. For my angel will go before you and bring you into the land of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hivites, and Jebusites, so you may live there, and I will destroy them completely. You must not worship the gods of these nations or serve them in any way or initiate or imitate, my bad, their evil practices. Instead, you must utterly destroy them and smash their sacred pillars. You must only serve the Lord your God. Wait. You must only serve the Lord your God. If you do, I will bless you with food and water, and I will protect you from illness. There will be no miscarriages or infertility in your land, and I will give you long, full lives. I will send my terror ahead of you and create panic among all the people whose lands you invade. I will make all your enemies turn and run. I will send terror ahead of you to drive out the Hivites, Canaanites, and Hittites, but I will not drive them out in a single year, because the land would become desolate and the wild animals would multiply and threaten you. I will drive them out a little at a time until your population has increased enough to take the possession of the land. And I will fix your boundaries from the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, and from the eastern wilderness to the Euphrates River. I will hand over to you the people now living in the land, and you will drive them out ahead of you. Make no treaties with them or their gods. They must not live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me. If you serve their gods, you will be caught in the trap of idolatry. And then Israel accepts the covenant. So again, this is just some rules and regulations. Message, come on, brink of a breakthrough, receive it and do. Okay, we received that breakthrough. Then the Lord instructed Moses, come up here to me and bring along Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and 70 of Israel's elders, 70 again. All of you must worship from a distance. Only Moses is allowed to come near to the Lord. The others must not come near, and none of the other people are allowed to climb up the mountain with him. Then Moses went down to the people and repeated all the instructions and regulations the Lord had given him. All the people answered with one voice, we will do everything the Lord has commanded. Pause. Spirit NIM, ancestor NIMs, Israelites NIMs. Now, y'all just accepted this covenant. Now, you just accepted this covenant, and I know I've read this, but I kind of have an idea of what's getting ready. We finna make plans for the tabernacle and all that good stuff where the Lord is gonna reside, with the people them. Okay, but y'all just made this covenant. Don't go to messing up. They ain't even wait no time. Come on, win $112 million, receive it. But let me give you my deposit information. Thank you, Lord, we received $112 million. Okay, I'm back. Then Moses carefully wrote down all the Lord's instructions. Early the next morning, Moses got up and built an altar at the foot of the mountain. He also set up 12 pillars, one for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent some of the young Israelite men to present burnt offerings and sacrifices, bulls, or to sacrifice bulls as peace offerings to the Lord. Moses drained half the blood from these animals into basins, the other half he splattered against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it aloud to the people. Again, they all responded, we will do everything the Lord has commanded. We will obey. Okay, we will obey. Then Moses took the blood from the basins and splattered it over the people, declaring, look, this blood confirms the covenant the Lord has made with you and giving you these instructions. Then Moses, Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel climbed up the mountain. They saw the God of Israel. Under his bare feet, there seemed to be a surface of brilliant blue lapis lazuli, as clear as the sky itself. And though these nobles of Israel gazed upon God, he did not destroy them. In fact, they ate a covenant meal, eating and drinking in his presence. Can y'all just believe? I wish I would have been one of them. I'm just saying, I can't even imagine how amazing that was. Then the Lord said to Moses, come up to me on the mountains. Y'all see the sun came out just like that? Okay, I'm back. Come up to me on the mountain. Stay there, and I will give you the tablets of stone on which I have inscribed the instructions and commands so you can teach the people. So Moses and his assistant Joshua set out, and Moses climbed up the mountain of God. Moses told the elders, "Stay here and wait for us until we come back. Aaron and her are here with you. If anyone has a dispute while I'm gone, consult with them." Then Moses climbed up the mountain, and the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord settled down on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. On the seventh day, the Lord called to Moses from inside the cloud. To the Israelites at the foot of the mountain, the glory of the Lord appeared at the summit like a consuming fire. Then Moses disappeared into the cloud as he climbed higher up the mountain. He remained on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. The end. Okay. Hello, dearest one. Good morning. Um, child, look, okay. That's all we was gonna read for today because that was 23 and 24. Y'all make sure y'all go read 21 and 22. It's talking about slaves and all kind of stuff, but we just picked up at 23 and 24. Okay. So, oh, this is gonna get so good. Um, the end. Offerings for the tabernacle is what's coming up in 25. Plans for the Ark of the Covenant, plans for the table, all the things that are going to be inside of the tabernacle, child. That is what is getting ready to come up, okay? Where God is he's going to reside and dwell with the people. Of course, there's a very specific way that he wants the tabernacle set up. But moving past or going backwards, okay, so now Israel then accepted the covenant, y'all. They didn't accept the covenant. They said, okay, we gonna do it. We gonna do what you said. We gonna obey. We with you. We with you. Now, as we all know, the Bible is a book of patterns, okay? Love y'all, spirit them, ancestor them, Israelites, them. But we already know that this is not gonna go quite as planned, okay? The Israelites, it ain't even gonna take long. Moses wasn't gone up there but a couple of days. And we, as some of you already know this, of course, child, we getting ready to come up. They gonna be down there rebelling, and they gonna get other people to rebel with them. But until we get to that point, right? Only serve the Lord, okay? No other gods, no idolatry, none of that, okay? None of that. Be good to people. You must not follow the crowd and doing wrong. Go do your own thing. Go your own way. You should not, don't let nobody coerce you or talk you into no foolishness. Okay, go your own way, do your own thing, follow the instructions of the Lord. It really be so simple, y'all. If we just obey and listen to what the Lord say, He's like, okay, well, we can be blessed. We can be blessed then if we just listen and pay attention. If we obey, obedience is better than sacrifice. Again, work for 6 days, rest on the Sabbath, right? So you can have so the Lord can pour into you. My personal Sabbath day happens to be Saturday. I don't go live. That's when I just be like, okay, Dad, this is what we done got done this week. This what then happened, and allowing Him to pour into me, and hydrate my soul and things. Okay, so you must serve the Lord only your God. He sent an angel as his representative. So it's crazy, y'all. Yesterday, I actually watched a video that I saw on YouTube that was talking about angels because it was weird. It was like a whole bunch of stuff happened. Did you say if I could talk about that? Okay. Yes, because I forgot. I couldn't remember what y'all said. Okay, so listen, y'all. Some of you are getting ready. Okay, how do I explain it? Because I don't know. It made sense in my head, but say it again. It's about perspective. Okay, it's about perspective. The Exodus is a lot of it talks about leadership. It's about God saying, okay, listen, I done brought you out of Egypt. You're no longer oppressed. You're going to be a free people. I'm making my covenant with you. This is the same promise that, of course, He made to Abraham and his people, but that He kept, and He's keeping His promise. And so now they've been fruitful, they've multiplied, they've grown. Now you just got to stay following, just keep on doing the right thing, right? And so Moses is becoming the leader that God is wanting him to be. He's also got the people. Remember, Jethro came in, and gave him some wise counsel and said, "Hey, get some people to work with you." So we have Aaron, Abihu, Joshua, even as his assistant, it just talked about, of course, Joshua gonna get his own book in a second. We'll read that. That's the sixth book of the Old Testament. So we'll get to him after Deuteronomy message. And so it's all about stepping into the roles, following the instructions, obeying what the Lord has said, and then things will go really, really well. But y'all know we have sin within us, and it's like we can't get away from it. So, of course, the people are going to make this covenant, but they're also going to break this covenant, right? And we all do that. We say we're going to do something, or we have done it. We say we're going to do something, and then we don't do it, whether it's something big, whether it's something small. So this is about us. Like, if you say you're gonna do something, be a person of integrity, right? And do what you said you're gonna do. Treat people right. Keep your covenant, especially your covenant with the Lord. If He's asked you to do something and you said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit to it. I'm gonna do it." Make sure you're keeping your covenant with the Lord. Um, because they accepted. Once you accept, you got to hold yourself to that, because the Lord is going to hold you to it as well. Okay, we will do everything the Lord has commanded. We will obey. Okay, so of course, then basically Moses baptized them with the blood, okay, from the lamb, from the ones that they had slaughtered. Then the Lord said, then of course he goes up on the mountain, stay here and wait. He tells the other people, them, I'll be back, settle any disputes, and he finna go up here. And then, but I'm telling y'all, I can't even imagine. I mean, not that we don't, but like being in this situation where they go up on the mountain and they saw the God of Israel. Can y'all imagine seeing God? Like seeing him as a physical manifestation. I'm not worthy enough to look upon his face, is what is like my first instinct. But man, can you imagine? It's kind of like being a disciple of Jesus, right? Could you just imagine that? I can't even imagine like really being one of the people who got to sit at his feet and just be in his presence. And it's the same like being seeing the physical manifestation of God. Wouldn't that just be amazing? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Okay. And then, look, let me see, where is that? Under his feet, there seemed to be a surface of brilliant blue lapis lazuli, as clear as the sky itself. And though these nobles of Israel gazed upon God, he did not destroy them. My God, what a sight. Mm. Okay, I'm back. So that's it, y'all. That's where we're at in the book of Exodus. Please make sure that you're reading this for yourself. When I go back and I reread this and I see what other revelation comes through. We finna get the message, this morning's message, and see what we need to know in regards to this, accepting the Lord's covenant. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. One of the things like I was getting ready to say, we talk about perspective. So I feel like part of what we're getting ready to talk about as well, as the Lord was preparing me to come on here and talk about this today, is perspective, right? And so something that the Lord shared with me yesterday, and that's why I had to make sure that I could talk about this on here today. And he said, yes, it's all about your perspective. So the last time that I read through the book of Exodus, y'all, this was last year, must have been in June, July, somewhere around there, June-ish, July-ish, right? And so at that particular time, I was in Texas. I was in the wilderness. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was in the wilderness in Texas. And so I remember reading through the book of Exodus, and I remember saying to myself, like, man, I'm the Israelites, right? Like, this is me. This is what I'm going through. I had just gotten out of bondage, like all kind of like the Lord had just freed me from that. And I remembered seeing myself as the Israelites. And that was the perspective that I had at that time. And so as we're reading through this book of Exodus, and now I'm actually like doing this Bible clarity, the Lord told me yesterday, your perspective has changed. And now, because I was like, man, and I've told y'all this as we've been working through this, right? I'm like, man, even though I feel like the Israelites, I also feel more like Moses, because I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. And you want me to what? you you want me to what? study, like, you know what I'm saying? So and so he told me yesterday, he was like, yeah, the first iteration, the first time you went through the book of Exodus, you were reading it from the perspective of being one of the Israelites looking for someone to follow, one of the Israelites looking for someone else to lead, guide, and direct. And from that span, oh, come on, Lord, from that span until this one, the Lord has since shifted me into a different position. So some of you are getting ready to shift. And it's why we've been talking so much about leadership. So everyone is at a different place of where the Lord has you right now. Some of you may still feel like the Israelites, and there are times and different things that I still feel like the Israelites. But the Lord is also helping me to understand that when he calls you to lead and he puts you in a different position, you also have to shift your perspective and realize that no, yes, you're one of them, but now I'm calling you to lead some of them. And some of you are getting ready to step into that role of leadership that the Lord is placing you in. And we don't feel qualified to do that. I know I don't, right? Because it feels like a lot of responsibility. Is foreign. It's not something we've done before. I even told the Lord today, or either yesterday, I said, Daddy, I was like, I don't even feel like I'm talking to the same people. Because before, when I was just reading tarot, like I literally started, like even as I was at the gym this morning and I was exercising, he was just showing me different things about how, like, when I was trying to do tarot, just do it myself and not doing it the way, like doing it on my own, y'all, it wasn't successful. Let me say it that way. But then when the Lord put his hand on it and said, no, let me show you how I want you to do it. And it's still doing the exact same thing. And it's like Moses. He still wanted to help his people. He still wanted to free his people, but he wanted to do it his way. And his way didn't work, which our way never does. So then he went out and he had to go into exile. Of course, he went to Midian, right? After he killed the Egyptian, and he had to go spend that time in exile. And then the Lord came and said, okay, now I want you to do the same thing that you wanted to do anyway, but now I'm just going to be with you. And I was like, dang, right? That's how I felt. And I was like, Daddy, you right, because you literally are still, it's like him. And I just was like, oh my gosh. And so that's kind of how he's had me, like the perspective that he's giving me, stepping into leadership, stepping into, and it's like, I tell y'all, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you could have tried to do something on your own, and maybe it wasn't what God, it wasn't the time, let's say that it wasn't the time for it to be done. And then God is going to come right back and get you and say, now I want you to do that very same thing, but now my hand is going to be on it, and I want you to do it this way, and I want it to happen this way, and it's still going to be the same thing that you wanted to do in the first place. I hope that made sense to somebody. So we're going to talk about perspective today. Y'all make sure that you go back and read Exodus 21 and 22, because who was meant to do that and wasn't? Okay, so y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. Let's see what our perspective. It's all about perspective, right? It's all about us understanding, like the Lord, the way he works is so strategic and so different, but you just have to allow him to develop you. You have to allow him to open your eyes and give you understanding. And I feel like that's what he's doing. I feel like that's what he's doing for all of us as he puts us into the respective positions that he wants us to have, in the roles, the where he wants us to be, who he has created you to be. It's all about walking in your purpose and doing the thing that he's asked you to do. But doing it his way and not your way. And it still be the same thing you want to do in the first place. Y'all already know this. I've told y'all, like I was like, Dad, I just want to give these messages, but and this is what I've been doing for the last almost 4 years, y'all. Like this is almost a 4 year journey. Was yeah, going on 4 years. But the Lord wasn't rocking with me during the first part of it. He didn't start stepping in until like 2022. And so when you start doing things the way that the Lord has asked you to do it, that's when you start seeing progress. That's when you start seeing things unfold and develop and move in new directions. And he's going to show you exactly how he wants you to do it. as we getting ready tomorrow to talk about like the mark of the covenant and the plans and all of that. Blueprints, okay, blueprints. All to do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got. What y'all talking about perspective and the things that we need to know, the things that we can maybe look at a little differently today, under even, and also the things that we may need to, what y'all said, obey, like how we need to obey. Let's see. We finna see. We tapping in with spirit guides, ancestors, angels, ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. Father God, give me the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to do the things you put me here to do in a way that pleases you and serves the people you put me here to serve. Archangel Michael, bless, protect, and shield me, my family, my children, my community, and their families from all negativity, negative energy, low vibrational energy, sent intentionally or unintentionally from those known and unknown. Archangel Gabriel, remove me and allow me to be a clear and open channel and messenger of love, light, and healing energy for all who need to receive it today. Archangel Uriel, put me in the divine flow and in divine alignment with truth, clarity, wisdom, guidance, insight, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High God. Archangel Raphael, open our hearts, our minds, our ears, and our eyes to the truth, clarity, wisdom, and guidance of our Father God who art in heaven. May I only speak the words to God's people that elevate, empower, uplift, and encourage them every day and in every way. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. On to do it. Let's see what our messages are about today. Hello, dearest one. Receiving the hell. Hey, y'all. It makes perfect sense. Child, listen. I be tripping sometimes, right? Because it's like when God told me that yesterday, y'all, when he showed me the difference. Oh my God, come on, Lord. When he showed me the difference, when he lit, it's like opening my eyes. Like every day I feel like the Lord shows me something different. And so as we're reading through the book of Exodus, y'all, I'm still, and when we get off of here, oh my gosh, come on, Lord. I can't make this up. Hey, my love you, great angels in the building. Okay. So, and after I get off of here, y'all, I'm still studying stuff about the word. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm reading more about the Bible. Like, it's like me, like I'm fully invested. Does that make sense? Not that I wasn't before, but it's like me being fully invested. And I was praying this morning and I was just thanking the Lord for finding me worthy of even feeling like I'm capable of doing this. But it's about confidence, right? As we have the Sun card here. And also the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and networks, right? And so it's like, the Lord he's putting us in, he's given this wisdom, he's given us clarity with the Sun card, right? He's given us clarity. The Three of Pentacles is all about leadership, it's about networks, it's about opportunities to meet people, greet people, know people, work with people, expand, elevate. So a lot of us are in that season where he's given us the clarity of the role he wants us to play, how he look developing as she's chiseling away, she's working, and we don't know all the steps, y'all. We don't know all the steps, but he's gonna keep showing us. And that's what I was just like, thank you, Lord, this morning when he woke me up, y'all. He been waking me up about 3:30 every morning. This morning it was 3:35. Yesterday it was 3:36. So he waking me up about 3:30. And so, that's like my quiet time. The world is still talking to the Lord, praying. And so I was just like, man, Daddy. And it was in that time yesterday that he started showing me about leadership. So some of you're being prepared to take that mantle. You're being prepared to teach. You're being prepared to educate, to help other people as well develop into their craft. And so I just be praying and be like excited, right? Thank you, Lord. That's all I say, because I don't be feeling, I be like Moses, like, you sure you don't want to get somebody else to do it? You sure? And he'd be like, he just laughs at me sometimes. He'd be like, you so foolish, right? So, it just is, it is hungry for more. It's a thirst for the Lord. It's wanting to please. Oh, come on, God. It's wanting to please him, wanting to get it right, wanting to make sure that if he's preparing me to go to a new level, that I'm equipped, that I'm knowledgeable, that I have the wisdom that I need. It's more than just coming on here doing these Bible studies, y'all. Like I real deal am like I told him, I was like, well, Daddy, when he told me that yesterday, I was like, well, Daddy, let me do my part, right? Let me make sure that I'm tapping in. Let me make sure that I am. Hold on, y'all, because I don't want this to mess y'all up. And hopefully that didn't mess up the volume. But I didn't want to look. I had to cut the car on because I had to charge my phone. It's like let me make sure that I'm equipped with what I need. All of it comes with clarity and more understanding. And I feel like every day, even as we continue to read through the book of Exodus, he just gives more and more and more, right? So some of you, that's what's happening as well. Like, this is why it's so important on this, to make sure that you're spending time with the Lord, letting your angels come in and minister to you as well, because of course that's what angels do. They minister to us on God's behalf. That's why, even as we just talked about in the book of Exodus, that he's going to send his angel, his representative, on before you, right? That's why I talk about my mama all the time, y'all. When the sun card comes up, y'all know that's my mama, one of my main angels that be rocking with me. So just know, like, God is really giving you angels to help look, he will give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. And they're also like transmitting, sending, like telling God, like, okay, this is what she praying about today. This is not that he can't hear it, but do y'all realize how much the Lord is responsible for? So yeah, he got a team of angels. He got angels just like working on his behalf. So the sun card says a time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies, come on spirit, that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine. Okay, so some of you are becoming crystal clear about what it is that you're getting ready to work on. Message, okay? And it's going to be perfect because it's what the Lord is instructing you to do. Do what you love. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Leo energy, the sun card energy, that is all about your creative projects, your talents, your gifts, your abilities. The house of the entrepreneur, being paid well for your craft, working well with others, an excellent reputation. Okay, that's why it's so important on this, to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Okay, making sure that you're doing the right thing, the thing that the come on, Lord. Thank you, Daddy. I love when he comes through. This card just fell off as I was on the shuffle, y'all. And this is my God card. This is the Hierophant. I receive it. Thank you, Lord. Unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come, and will compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. Y'all, I probably couldn't do this because I was trying to do this word in the evening time, but it just wasn't resonating in my spirituals. But it's like as soon as I came to the daytime when the sun was out, it's like a completely different shift. I don't know. But anyway, so wise counselor. So some of you may be becoming mentors, like leadership, right? This is a card of religion. It's a card of networks as well, communities. It's like a pope. If you see on the traditional Hierophant card, organizations. So some of y'all, and we got the Three of Pentacles. So some of you, this is enlightenment with the Sun card. You being enlightened to your purpose. And some of you may have people that are coming in that are going to be wise counsel as well. If you hadn't, like, I don't know, maybe that's not something that you currently have, but you're going to have some people that's going to come in that will be able to offer you wisdom. Taurus energy doesn't have to be a Taurus, could be a Leo as well. Doesn't have to be, it could be anyone, but just saying. This is who the Lord is sending in. New networks, new opportunities, new collaborations. Okay, that's it for that. What else? Tell you that this is about, and this is about loving what you do as well, showing gratitude for the gifts, the things that the Lord has given you, the way that he's using you. They just like sound the trumpet. That's what they just said, like sounding the horn. And some of y'all, your light is being put on display as well. Like that's the work, that's the talent, the power of the Lord that's residing within you. So that's definitely coming in. Somebody's gonna get ready to experience a happy occasion, they just said. What else? Somebody might be receiving an opportunity to shine. like an event. Someone's work might be getting recognized, because the Three of Pentacles is like your hard work. It's a step up from the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about, like, it's just like you're working on your apprenticeship. So some of you, instead of being the apprentice, OMG, it's like going from the apprenticeship to the mastery. The Eight of Pentacles is about apprenticeship. The Three of Pentacles is about mastery, being able to lead, whereas in the Eight of Pentacles you would have been the one being led. Wasn't I just talking about, the Lord talked about that, being the Israelites versus being the leader, being someone, like putting you in a position. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective and where you see yourself, period. We have, whoa, come on, child, that is coming in. Inner child, do what you love. I can't make this up, y'all. That literally is on both of these cards. Do what you love. So some of you, whatever work you're doing, you're going to love doing that. Okay. Do what you love. Exploration, boundless energy, demanding attention. Somebody's light demands attention. Love to learn, imagination. Somebody's, and this is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Okay, so fixed sign energy. So some of you, this is what's happening. You're shifting into a perspective of loving what you do. Okay, and when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. And some of you, you may be like a really successful leader because you enjoy leading, you enjoy helping other people, you enjoy teaching other people, and it feels like it's a natural talent or ability that you have with this Sun card and the child. The Sun is a card of children as well. So somebody may be having a little children getting impregnito. So if you don't want no little children, better wrap it before you tap it. Okay. Just saying. All right. But this is also, they just said about growing up. With this child card, it's like growing up. Maturity is what they just said. It's like maturing in your gifts, maturing. We just talked about the Eight of Pentacles, maturing, growing from the child. When the student is ready, the master appears. Y'all been giving that energy a lot. So somebody might have a mentor coming in. Mm-hmm. Just make sure that you continue to be yourself. Like even if you start, don't lose yourself. Like don't get lost in the shuffle. Don't lose yourself, and don't feel like you need to adapt or change, or no, you just need to be yourself. Because some of y'all, you may have new networks and organizations, people that the Lord is sending into your life, and just continue to be yourself. Don't feel like you need to change or conform, because the Lord already has you exactly the way He wants you. So don't feel like you need to change yourself to try to make anybody else happy. What else? Telling y'all, the Wheel of Fortune, it's finna go down, and the hot air balloons ascension. This is destined. Cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and falls, a change in circumstances. This is just beginning a new chapter, a new cycle. Some of you are getting ready to start working on something completely different. Divine. This is something the Lord is orchestrating. I'm telling you, this is unexpected meetings as well. Balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, rise above, new perspective. Told y'all, it's all about perspective. It's all about how you're, oh, come on, spirit, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing beyond what's right in front of you. It's all about changing the way you think, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension, feeling good, elevate, Ola, do it. Okay. Yep. Okay. What else? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what else. So some of the, I'm telling you, it's like, I don't know, the Lord is giving you a new perspective. He's making you see things from a higher perspective, more like elevating. It feels like that's just what he's like. This reading feels very simple. I'm gonna pull some more cards. Look, the Tower and the Three of Wands. Success. Somebody's ships are coming in. You're getting ready to elevate. This is something unexpected as well. Expect the unexpected, partnerships and alliances with this Hierophant and the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. This is about people. Some of you are getting ready to work on new teams. What you said? So earlier, come on, Chariot. something else that the Lord was telling me about, because I was telling him, I was like, Dad, I feel like I'm talking to different people now. And so when I was explaining it to him, it's like I feel like the Lord, so the way I explained it to him, I was like, I feel like I'm talking to different people now. I don't feel like I'm talking to the same people that I used to talk to when I was doing like my regular tarot readings, or when I was doing personal readings. Like, I don't feel like I'm talking to those people. I feel like I'm talking to people who are motivated to elevate, motivated to rise, motivated to overcome. And I was honest with the Lord. I was like, Dad, I feel like the people I need to be talking to are the people who don't understand that they have the ability to be free, right? And he was like, don't worry, it's coming. He's Because he understood, of course he understood what I said, because I was like, man, I feel like I'm just talking to different people. And he said, you are. He was like, but the reason that you're talking to different people now, and they're bringing entrepreneurs up as well, is because he's allowing me to be an inspiration to aspiring entrepreneurs as well. Message, thank you, Lord. Like aspiring entrepreneurs, people who are already on the entrepreneurial journey, but also need to just continue to stay motivated and encouraged. And as a result of that, it's also helping all of the like entrepreneurs to step into the leadership roles that are meant for you. Okay, I think I said that right. So I was just like, okay, because I was tripping, child. I say what? I was like, I don't even think I'm talking to the same people anymore. Y'all, y'all, I cannot play with the Lord today. I can't make it up, y'all. It's the same card in different deck. And the leadership, the authority at the bottom of the deck. I can't make this up. Thank you, Lord. Receive it. Okay. Wisdom, right? Wise counselor, wisdom. So sharing your knowledge, sharing the thing, like helping other people to continue on their journey, and also helping people to find their way to the Lord, because none of this is because of me. None of this is anything that I'm doing. All of this is for the Lord's glory. I am simply a messenger. That's it. All I do is I'm here to just inspire you and help people. Like, go this way. There go the Lord over there. Go talk to him. Go holler at him. Okay. That's it. This is not for me. This is all for the Lord's benefit. OMG. Okay, so second thing, that we have the emperor, but underneath that, y'all, we had the empress as well. I'm telling you, so this is divine union partnerships as well. Now, the next part of this is the Hierophant card is a card of marriage. Okay. It is a card of contracts. So some of y'all, not everybody, but this is someone, look, the crown chakra up under that child, look, not the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Someone has divine, like you have your partner that's coming in. So some of you maybe already be in like partnership with your person, or either they're getting ready to come in, because I can't even make this up. 3, 4, 5 progress. Child, a mess. Your person, somebody finna meet like you. I don't know. This is being very abundant. This is a card of leadership. This is creativity. This is harvest as well. Child, look, definitely receiving divine communication. This a mess. It's all good, but I wasn't expecting it. Child, what else? I don't even know what else to do. Hmm. Business, King of Wands, Ten of Wands. Okay, so somebody's getting ready to reap rewards. Like it's your season of harvest. But what it took, oh come on, spirit, what it took was for you to step into your position of power and authority and believe in yourself. And that's what's opening you up to the flow of abundance. That's what's going to bring in the harvest. It's about perspective. When you see yourself as a leader, then the Lord is able to bless you the way that a leader is meant to be blessed, if that makes sense. Because what they're saying is like you had to believe in it's like Moses. You have to believe in your ability to lead. So the more that you believe in it, the more that the Lord is able to trust you, because now you know that you're capable. Now you know that you can do it, and you're no longer afraid of it. If you remember in the beginning of Exodus, Moses was terrified. Message: Moses was terrified of stepping into. He didn't want to do it. He gave every excuse possible. He told Ed just anything to just don't send me. But as he became more comfortable with the Lord and his communication with the Lord and his position of leadership, it came a little bit easier, and he wasn't as afraid of it. Even though the Israelites were still grumbling, even though they still were speaking against him and being disobedient, his connection and his ability to lead, and that's his development as a leader, it actually, like, it progressed. And so for some of you, that's what's happening, and that's what's getting ready to bring in the harvest, because you're getting to a point where you're no longer afraid to lead. You're no longer afraid to do the thing that God has told you to do. You're stepping into your gifts, your talents, your craft, Three of Pentacles, whatever it is that the Lord has inspired you to do. Okay, seeing it with new eyes. And so as a result of that, He's also sending in people that are going to give you a leg up and help you. Alliances, partnerships. This is people you'll be able to delegate to as well. New networks, new people, new collaborations, things like that. So it was simply a matter of you feel. We've been talking about this seat at the table, right? It's about you knowing and understanding and saying, look, if the Lord put me here, then He had a reason for me to be here. And so some of you, that's the tower moment. It was an epiphany, like versus being afraid, stepping into it and feeling. So this is foundation as well. So the Lord might have had to shake you up a little bit, child, like get you feeling unworthy or incapable. But whatever happened, whatever epiphany He's giving you, it worked, child. Wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is coming up first. So somebody finna look. Somebody that might be somebody's wish to have a child, and it feels like that's something that can be happening as well. Y'all know some of y'all could have been a little stubborn. Like it may have taken the Lord to speak to you a couple of times. A lot of us, I receive it. You ain't got the y'all ain't got to cut up. We know we be stubborn sometimes. Don't do us. Don't do it. Don't do us. Okay. Somebody's getting ready to have contentment, happy, like a wish fulfilled, luxury, success, stepping into a new beginning, stepping into new opportunities. Mm-hmm. Changing your environment. For some of y'all, that's what the tower moment was. Changing your environment and putting yourself around people. That's why y'all was talking about like talking to different people, because this the thing. You sometimes you can't help everybody. You can't try to pull everyone up with you. Even though it sounds good, we want to pull everyone up. Like the unfortunate thing about people sometimes is that they have to be shown before they'll listen. They have to, like, the Lord, before they'll understand the Lord's glory. He's talking about like having to, like, people have to see what you mean, like in a seeing before they see you in a new light. It's because of the way it's because of the way our culture, people don't believe until they see, whereas we believe so we see. I don't know, I hope that made sense. Believing is seeing, because when you believe it, then that's when you see it. But we live in a culture of seeing is believing. Okay, thank y'all, because I was like, that didn't make sense, but I understand it. Page of Cups, this is new. Somebody finna have a partnership. Romantic proposals, invitations. Look, a seat at the table. Okay, her sitting, a seat at the table. We've been talking about that. That energy's been coming up a lot. This is also new possibilities. So there's the potential for some of you to work with some, like, I don't know, someone may be admiring your work, like your talents. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It feels like there's getting ready to be an intersection. There's getting ready to be like by divine intervention, there's getting ready for, like, some of y'all are getting ready to cross paths with someone. And you may not even be expecting this, but it feels like you're getting ready to cross paths with some people. Mm-hmm. Necessary, they said. What? And some of y'all, you're okay. The Lord is putting you in connection with people who are going to lift you up, because some of y'all, you had people that were draining your energy, child, draining your light. They were taking, there was no reciprocity. So this is about being in connection with new teams. Look, the death card transformation to time, look, a mess. Yep, okay, yeah, y'all had it's like having to be in people who being around people who shine just as bright as you do, shining with the light of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Stand your ground. Look, not the wheel of fortune at the bottom of the deck. Somebody just completed a tough cycle. Hmm. But this was the pain. This is the difference between being the Israelites and being the leader. So this is what is changing. Your luck, your destiny. We already had the wheel of fortune that came out as well. Like, you're stepping into a new cycle. You're stepping into your destiny. What it is you're meant to do. This is a turning point. What was iffy? Somebody gonna get an opportunity. For some of y'all, something you were working on was a dead end, and it was exhausting you. Hmm. You ended a cycle in order to create a more positive cycle for yourself, because something was a dead end. Like shifts and adjustments. You had to make a move. You had to end something, and it may have been painful, whatever. Somebody, I don't know what you had to walk away from. This could also be this tower moment. It's like you had to end something or in order to have a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, King of Wands. Yep, some of you, this is business. You could have ended one business in order to start something else, because God told you to go plant a seed somewhere else, child, something else, do something else that was going to make you happy. Some of you, this is like being a born leader. The King of Wands is a card of leadership, and that's what was necessary. It's simply, this feels like just stepping into the position that is meant for you, being bold, being courageous, being assertive, being a visionary. Some of you, this is business. So you could have ended the chapter, the cycle of, or getting ready to end the cycle of, like working a 9 to 5, being a slave. We don't really have slaves. Like, we skipped over 21. We don't really have slaves. We're like slaves to the system. So some of you are getting ready to start and embark upon your entrepreneurial journey. That's this wheel of fortune. That's the change. That's the divine intervention that's getting ready to happen, because you started to feel. So some of you, that was the tower moment that you have created, or you are creating, so that you can go after your wish fulfillment. And just know that the seed has already been planted. If you're over here, then that means you already know that there's more for you. There's more that you're supposed to do, accomplish, more that you're supposed to have. But you have to create tower moments. You have to create those moments where you say it's now or never. And some of y'all are at that point where it's like you have to choose your happiness. You have to follow your happiness. You have to move towards the light, the thing that fulfills you, the thing that makes you happy, the thing that makes you feel uplifted, elevated. And some of you, this is about helping other people to do the same as well. So this may just be the seed, but he's planting the seed for leadership. He's planting the seed to put you in that position of power and authority, to be a teacher, a mentor, a guide, a counselor. He's planting the seed of putting you in other environments, around other people. So, and it's also about being focused on doing what you love. And again, they're giving me this energy as well of returning back to something, because some of you have put what it is that you love on the back burner. But it's like Moses, it's like God with Moses. He still had the same goal, but you're getting ready to find a different way to do it, because God is getting ready to give you the plan, the blueprint that you need in order to make it be successful this time. And this is something that you love. This is not something random. This is something that the Lord has already spoken into your spirituals. So it's just time to pick it back up again. Do some research, and don't just it doesn't feel like you're going to walk into anything blindly. But if you feel like you don't know enough, don't be afraid to ask. Do your research, like, don't, so that you don't feel like you're going into anything unaware. Hmm. You just have to have the courage to do it. Look, Queen of Wands, courage. As I was getting ready to put the cards up, you just have to have the courage to do it. And I'm telling y'all, somebody, this could be a fire sign. Okay, somebody finna have like a king and a queen. So you could be meeting someone. If you're looking for love, if you're like your person, they could be an entrepreneur just like you. The kingdom spouse, divine union partner, twin flame, I don't care what you call it. Somebody has a person that's going to come in. You finna get ready to be working with this person. Whoever this is, they're a visionary as well, very creative, very tapped in, entrepreneurial spirit, very okay. What else, child? Because it's a mess. Some of y'all done put, I know you don't think, look at the dolphin at the bottom of the deck, a cycle of change. Mm. The enemy finna leave somebody alone because you can't be. It's not that you won't go through trials and tribulations, but the enemy's getting ready to leave somebody alone. They just said flee. What y'all said? Flee from you in 7. I don't know. Y'all know I ain't no Bible scholar. Like come in one way, but flee from you in 7. I don't know. The Lord is keeping somebody more than 2 steps ahead. Hmm. Some of y'all are. Hmm. It's like you're keeping the enemy confused. Hmm. Oh, your silence. Some of y'all have stopped talking about the moves that you're making, and so that's what's keeping the enemy confused. Okay, what else? Ooh, I can't even. Haters gonna hate. Okay. But that's okay. We don't, it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because this is the thing. We said we love our haters too. And everybody, I don't know. This is just about removing yourself. For some of y'all, this is the tower moment that happened. You had to set some boundaries with somebody. I don't know. Or maybe you're in the process of doing that. The emperor, the haters going to hate card, like the tower card, you had to set some boundaries. Or either it's almost like putting your foot down and owning your gifts, owning your talents, and not being afraid of them. And then you have, I'm telling y'all, listen to your heart, love, okay? Love is love, heart on ice, spiritual love, divine guided connection is coming in. Some of you didn't know the strength that you had, like you didn't know the power. You didn't think that you would be able to stand up to someone, or I don't know, this could have been like a job, an organization, a friendship group, something. It's like not feeling like you had the power to stand up to somebody. I don't know, but it feels like you stood your ground on something. For some of y'all, you had to stand up to family, even a spouse for some of y'all, because you continue to believe in your dreams. Page of Cups. And some people, look, the chosen one, some people, it's like that's what this is back here. It's the people who didn't believe like God is getting ready. It's like they just said like Pharaoh message. They just said like Pharaoh, like you, like God elevating you. Come on, love this way. Like God elevating you as a display of his glory. It's the same reason why he sent the plagues on, right? Because he knew that Pharaoh wasn't going to let the people go. It was for his glory. It was so that because he knew that Pharaoh wasn't going to do right. He gave him multiple chances to try to do the right thing. He knew he wasn't going to do it, and he didn't. And then God hardened his heart, because at first, like, the Lord was just giving him opportunity after opportunity, and on his own, he was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And then after that, the Lord said, okay, I know you're not going to do it. Come on, King. I know you're not going to do it. And so then he sent all of those plagues so that as a display of his glory and his power. And so for some of you, the elevation that's getting ready to happen in your life is because it's a display of God's power. And that's these people, like, there are people who, whether they believe, they didn't understand, they didn't have confidence in you. You strengthen the confidence within yourself, because you strengthen the confidence that you had in the Lord with what he told you to do with your gifts and your talents. And as a result of that, now people are getting ready to see you elevate, and it's all for God's glory. You were chosen for a time such as this. They just said the chosen one. Generational curse breaker, karma, anointed. Many are called, but few are chosen. It's like they're showing me like slut. What y'all say? Like fighting through mud, slut through like mud. It just feels like you had to battle. What else? Somebody write this down. Affirmations, text messages. Somebody, I keep saying this to somebody. Something, if you have a vision board, if you write affirmations, something that you've been praying for and asking for the Lord for, something you've been writing down, the Lord is going to make this manifest. This is a seed that has been planted in intention, something that you have been asking for. And for some of y'all, whatever this is getting ready to change their destiny. It's getting ready to change the direction that you're going in. But it's something you, I don't know. I don't even feel like it's recent. I just feel like this is something, a seed getting ready to harvest. This could have been years in the making. What else? The glow up. Okay, keep it real. Just grow with it. Trust the process. Magnetic shining. The glow up is real. Okay. That's it. Final words of guidance, because I feel like that's all. It's the same message. You're stepping into the role of leadership that the Lord determined for you. 144 and 411. Glowing with the glory of God. That's what I just heard. Receive it. Seeking the kingdom first, 633. It's been painful. For somebody, you need to know the painful season is over. It ended with acceptance. And yes, somebody hit rock bottom. That's his tower. Ten of Swords in the tower. Claim it. You got to claim that this is your season of restoration. You have to claim 336. You got to claim that this is your season of abundance. You got to claim that this is your season of harvest. You got to claim that, like, start speaking that and claiming that, and not being afraid that you're going to live, that you're going to go back through this 10 of Swords. Like, that's probably one of the hardest and harshest endings that there is. It's like you have to know that whatever this ending was, God put a halt to it. But this is acceptance. This is you accepting the role, accepting the authority that he's giving you, and knowing that you've created a new cycle and season for yourself. Look, I don't even say that, but I just heard thus says the Lord, and I don't say that, so I don't know who that's for. 11, confirmation. Okay, your intuition was right. You know the truth, seen beyond the veil. Somebody's gifts are increasing. This is this sun card, like your intuition, your connection, like, I don't know. It's like they just said next level. So if you thought that you weren't hearing clearly, if you, maybe y'all know sometimes the Lord don't be talking all the time. Sometimes he's quiet, but when he's quiet, he's moving. He's like maneuvering. He's doing things behind the scenes. But somebody needs to know, child, you got them angels, them that's surrounding you. It's like, I don't know if you don't believe that they're talking to you or what, but baby, they is talking, because it's like you're gifted in that way, seeing beyond the veil and understanding. I don't know, maybe that's how somebody made you feel less confident, made you not trust your gifts or your talents. It happens. I know I went through that. I went through that like last year. Some of y'all, what? That's the transformation that's happening. For some of y'all, I don't know, maybe you were afraid of them. Some of y'all been gifted since birth. All of us were gifted since birth. But some of y'all, you started hiding your gifts because what somebody said. Mm-hmm. This could have been family. So that's what they were talking about on this family child. You got to tap back in, step back into that. Who? Oh, they were intimidated. Some of y'all, somebody knew you were more powerful. Okay. Now, I'm not laughing at them, but the reason that some of y'all are meeting a lot of resistance is because people can, it's like people say, how I say that, people recognizing your power and authority before you do. And so some people are intimidated by that. We still love them anyway, but that's why some of you, somebody's been giving you so much resistance because they're more focused on who, how I say that, who's more, they're more focused on like control, being the, like, I don't know, it's like they're not giving God the glory. It's like they feel like they're doing things of their own strength. They feel like they're the ones that it's not them. And so that's why it's almost like God is, it's like if you think about it like a, I don't know what to use, but it's like, let's say y'all started off at even playing fields, or maybe they were here and you were here. It's like a role reversal because he's turning your light up. Look, Matthew 5:14, he's turning your light up but turning their light down. I hope that made sense to somebody. Matthew 5:14-16, you are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. That's what he was saying. It's like someone, they trying to take the praise. I don't know. And this could be like in a job or something. I don't know. Someone trying to take the praise, the recognition, the power, like they're the one, but it's not. No. And it's like you giving the glory to the Lord is what is raising you above this person. And I don't know. They feel like they don't, I feel like they don't get it. I don't know. That ain't everybody's message, but take it how it resonate your spirituals. Find a word of guidance. Ephesians 6:11, put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. And then 22:22 at the bottom of the deck, as well as 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. The fire of God, tapping into your creative energy, successful plans, incoming prosperity, high spiritual ranking. Told you, this is leveling up, this leadership level up. Hope for the future. Okay. That's it. And transformation. Told y'all, it's like the Lord is just developing you into the leader that you're meant to be. And it's all about when you accept it, then that's when things are going to start to change and really start to progress. You're going to see things start to move in a whole new direction. That's when but you have to accept it. Even though you already have, it's like stepping into it and really doing it because you want to, and not just because you feel like that's what the Lord told you. I don't know. I don't know how to make that make sense, but it's like stepping into it and being happy that you're there. Thank y'all. That's it. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. I know that was kind of long, y'all, but I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and amazing weekend in Purpose on Purpose. We will be back on Monday, 9:30. Right now is looking like the time that I'm starting. So 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. I will see y'all. Have a fantastic weekend. And I love y'all in real life. I see y'all on Monday. Okay. Love y'all. Bye, y'all. You're welcome.